In this week's weekly update, I want to give you permission to push back against the culture of authenticity that we live in. On Sunday, we talked about the great importance of resolve and the way the New Testament encourages us to just be stable, be steadfast, be steady, be committed, remain faithful. One of the things I've realized about the culture that we live in is that there's something in us that feels like if we don't really feel it, man, then it's not real, right? It doesn't feel authentic unless it's like coming from the deepest part of my being. And what that leads to is kind of a fake kind of authenticity where it feels like I always have to be sort of like coming from the deepest places in myself, talking about what's going on deep inside me, which has kind of given us this weird culture, especially on social media, where everybody's just barfing all the time about everything that's in them. That's not maturity. Mature Christian faith includes the reality of commitment, resolve, saying, hey, here's what I'm going to give myself to, and I'm going to keep moving in that direction, even when it's hard, even when it feels challenging, even when I'm not sure that I'm making progress. I'm just going to go in this path. I'm going to keep oriented and headed in this direction. I think it's interesting that the New Testament speaks of the way of Jesus. In fact, the Romans called the early Christians the people of the way. It was clear that they were headed in a direction. They were walking on a path. They had committed their lives in a certain direction, and there was a resolve and a commitment to walk that way. So listen, I just want you to hear, what does it mean to be a good Christian, a faithful Christian, a mature Christian? It means you have resolve. It means you stick with it, stay faithful, and stay committed and engaged. I know that doesn't sound as deep and profound and really heartfelt as some of what we think authenticity is, but I want to encourage you, it's actually one of the most authentic things we can do. It's just to stay oriented and faithful and committed in a direction, even when we're not feeling it, quote unquote. That's actually real maturity. It's building the kind of depth and the kind of character in us that sustains us in moments of difficulty and weakness and hardship. So I want to encourage you to continue to resolve to stay faithful to Christ and to resolve to be committed to His people in whatever ways you need that to look. Sunday mornings, gospel communities, serving together, friendship, living on mission. Let's resolve to stay faithful to these things, friends, as we head into the fall. I'll see you next week for another weekly update.